Hi friends, today we will talk about margin. A lot of you have been wondering and asking me what is this margin and specifically how much margin will the mighty Zerodha give you. So here is a simple fact. When you take a trade, you say I want to take, say for simplicity, intraday trade. You can also do this in many ways. There is something called pledging also. We'll get into that later. But when you say something like I want to take an intraday trade and this trade is of value X. This X could be, say for simplicity, 100 rupees. Margin basically means that you only need to have say 20 rupees in your account and you can take the trade for 100 rupees. Now, if you make profit, the profit is yours. What Zerodha is betting on is that your loss will be restricted to this 20 rupees, and that is why by giving just 20 rupees, you can trade for 100 rupees over here. Now, let me show this to you in practice by taking a sample intraday trade. Again, I have done no stock selection over here. I will randomly go to my watch list, pick any stock that I see, and I will click buy just to show you how this thing works. Now you will notice that I have 51,000 rupees available in my account. And a single stock of Tata LXC, as you can see over here, is roughly 6,587. Now, when I say that instead of long term, I will take an intraday trade. What is long term versus intraday? Intraday basically means that the market opens in the morning and closes at 3:30. My trade is between this time window. To be specific, in this case, only till 3:15. I wouldn't even get time till 3:30. So between this window, I will trade and I will close all positions. Whatever buy sell I am doing, I will try and take my profit within this time. In this case, what happens is Zerodha says, okay, you're taking an intraday trade. So instead of paying this full money, which is 6,857 over here, when you select intraday, I will let you put up less money. So for example, if I want to buy 10 quantities of Tata LXC over here for long term, you will notice when I refresh my margin, I do not have sufficient money to take this trade. Now the moment I will switch this to intraday and refresh my margin, remember this is the button you refresh to see your margin, you will see that I can only spend 13,000 rupees and take this trade, the same thing which I could not do just a few seconds back because I have 5x leverage over here or 5x margin. So this is known as margin or leverage. Margin means that I am only giving margin, a marginal amount to take this trade, and leverage means the ratio, how much leverage I am getting. I am getting 5x leverage over here. So for 50,000 rupees, I can theoretically take 2.5 lakhs worth of trade, which allows me to maximize my profit, take a bigger trade, and in general generate more transaction volume, which is why the broker will give me this, because they will make more money when I actually use this margin and trade. So there is no money they are charging in the case of intraday for giving me margin. Now this margin that I am getting over here varies from stock to stock. So let's go to Zerodha's website and check on which stock how much margin I can get. Before we look at specific margins, I want to tell you about an important regulation. This is a recent change. Only 80% credit from selling holdings can be used on the same day. For example, if I have any stock which I have been holding for a long time in my demat account or is buy today, sell later, it's T plus 1, which was say bought yesterday by me. If I sell those stocks, say I sell 100 rupees worth of stocks today, from my demat or anything that I purchased before today, that was say yesterday, in which case what amount will I receive in my account to do intraday trades today? What will be my margin availability? It will be 80% of this amount, so rupees 80 in this case. So you do not get full amount of sell value immediately for margin on the same day. This is to manage risks. Various such rules are put in place by the market regulator. Again, if you have any doubt on this subject, please comment below. I will try my best to resolve your queries, and I hope you have subscribed to my channel. So now let's take a look at the equity margins, and then we will also take a look at the futures margin. So in equity on Zerodha, there is this calculator for which I'll give you the link in description. It tells you MIS and CO margin levels for various stocks. For each stock listed, you can see what margin is available. There may be stocks which are low on liquidity and you may not get as much margin. But if you say any popular stock over here, you will see the standard is pretty much what I have seen, 5x margin for both these cases. So even if you go down to a cover order, you get similar one. If you want to understand the difference between MIS and cover order, I have made videos on cover orders, so you can just check that out. So your leverage is 5x, margin is 20%. You are giving 20% margin to get effectively 5x leverage. That's how it works. There is also a topic of pledging, which we will look into detail later on. But what pledging means is that, say if I am holding stocks worth rupees 10 lakhs, I can pledge these shares to Zerodha and take say amount like 8 lakh in margin to go and trade in FNO, which could be longer trades, say weekly or monthly trades, which I want to take. I can take those positions by just pledging my holding shares, so I don't have to sell them. So in a way, the amount which was locked in holding for my long-term purchases, that can be used for trading by pledging. Again, all of this can be very risky. You have to be very careful, but what are the rules around it? How does it work? I will show it to you in coming videos. Now let's take a look at the FNO margin. So if you go to the FNO calculator here, again, if I say futures, you can select a certain stock. You will see the lot size over here. So that's the quantity you need to buy. And now if we just add it over here, you will see that for this stock, the quantity is 400. The initial margin that you need to give is just 1,14,000 plus exposure. So it brings the total to 142. What would have been your trade size had you not taken the margin in this case? Calculate for Kotak Bank on today's date and tell me in comments. That's all from me, friends, today. See you next time. Bye.